Briana Williams' coach, Ato Boldon. Surprising thoughts on Elaine Thompson Herah. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. And finally, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think of Briana Williams' coach and four-time Olympic medalist Ato Boldon's thoughts on the world's fastest woman and second fastest woman, Elaine Thompson Herah and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Una ready? Yet? Good to go. NBC broadcaster, former Olympian, and Briana Williams' coach, Ato Boldon, recently shared his thoughts on Jamaica's super athletes, Elaine Thompson Herah, the world's fastest woman, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the world's second fastest woman. Ato Boldon freely spoke about his beliefs that both Elaine Thompson Herah and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce are capable of breaking the 100 meters world record, held, of course, by Florence Griffith Joyner, also known as Flo Jo. The four-time Olympic medalist Ato Boldon believes that both Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine Thompson Herah have a chance at breaking Florence Joyner's 34-year-old 100-meter world record. Of course, Joyner set this record of 10.49 seconds over the 100 meters at the Olympic trials in the United States in 1988. Boldon, who coaches Briana Williams, Jamaica's national under-20 100-meter record holder. Ato is known for being direct and speaking his mind regarding athletics. He, many people believe, has done a very, very good job with Briana Williams. Of course, there are some detractors who believe otherwise, taking her from teenage years into the Olympics. Here he is predicting in an earlier interview his plans for Briana, which he has pretty much fulfilled all of these.
Listen, this is a long-term thing, and I know that everybody, including Miles Split, you guys get caught up in 2018 or last year. But for me, I understand. I want her to be in the Olympics in 2020 and 2024. And there's a long list of young ladies and young men who have been good in high school and couldn't keep it going.
Ato Boldon has coached Briana Williams to numerous world titles, including the 100 and 200 meter world under 20 world championship titles, which she took at the age of 16, still the youngest person to do it. Carifta Games, national titles in Jamaica in the 60 meter outdoors, 60 meter indoors, 100 meter indoors, and 200 meters outdoors. Here she is setting the 100 meter outdoor under 20 national record for Jamaica. Several of these national records Briana Williams still holds. Now, we are merely establishing that Ato Boldon is definitely qualified to speak on matters regarding track and field. There is no doubt about the fact that this four-time Olympian, who is a very respected sports broadcaster and who has done remarkably well with Briana Williams, looking at the stats and taking our emotions out of the picture, is qualified, I believe, to speak about these two great women. And of course, I agree that both Elaine Thompson Herah and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce are the only two persons that I can see of anyway who could possibly break Flo Jo's current world record. Ato Boldon believes that the Tokyo Olympics gold and silver medalists, meaning Elaine Thompson Herah and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, are more than capable of challenging and possibly breaking the world record. To quote, he says, "I think they're both certainly capable. Yet he believes that one of them has the clear upper hand in this situation, meaning being able to break Flo Jo's 100 meter and possibly even 200 meter record. Clearly, that person has to be Elaine Thompson Herah. He says Elaine Thompson Herah has the upper hand over Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Boldon says, I don't know if anybody else in the immediacy can do that, but I'd give Elaine a better chance just because of her form. She's so much better at 200 than so many others. I also don't think you can look at her 10.54 at Hayward Field last year, considering she was kind of fatigued after coming off 3 gold medals at the Olympics, and not think that there's another 500th of a second somewhere to tie that 10.49 established by Florence Griffith Joyner. Here she is running that remarkable race, meaning Elaine Thompson Herah, the 10.54, at Hayward Field at the Prefontaine Classic in 2021. This 10.54 run in Eugene certainly put her closest. I mean, 500th of a second, people. I mean, the point Ato Boldon raised is a really good one, and I'd never really even thought about it, which is, yeah, she must have been fatigued. She had just ran 3 gold medals and broke a 33-year-old Olympic 100-meter record, running that 10.61, which at that time was the fastest she'd ever run. So that says a lot. Now, let's look at her in the 200 meters at the Olympics. I'd freely admit that the 200 meters time that she ran, which is 21.53, the second fastest all time in the finals at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, is not as close because the record is 21.34. But still, she's the only person who has ever come even that close. Let's take a quick look at that 21.53 that she ran at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Ato Boldon clearly states that he believes that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is also a threat to that 100 meters record. Now, Fraser-Pryce at 35 brought down her best time to date, running at astounding 10.60 seconds at the Lausanne Diamond League last year in 2021. A run that still has our heads buzzing, the 3rd fastest all time. And of course, earlier in 2021, she did this at the National Stadium. The 10.63 that she ran earlier in 2021, as well as the 10.60 that she ran in Lausanne in France, makes her clearly the second fastest woman alive and 3rd fastest woman all time. Here she's running that 10.60 in Lausanne. Closing out his argument that he believes Elaine Thompson Herah has the upper hand in terms of breaking Flojo's record, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce still has a chance. He said, I would probably be surprised if 10.49